Hey, yo.
What's good? What's up? Got your nigga in the club. Hey man, what's good? Another episode of Sunday Vibes.
The vibes on Sunday.
You already know who I'm with. I think low-key it's confirmed that she is my co-host. So she is. She is, yeah. She is the co-host.
Yes.
This is a special, or it's an
edition.
It's the producer's edition.
Yes.
That means we're only playing beats today because, man, low key, this is a rant I feel that I need to have just before we go anywhere.
Real quick.
But like, all you niggas who can't put your producers on, go dig a hole with a toothpick, right?
Yeah.
With the toothpick. And just keep digging it until we're satisfied. But yeah, man, like the industry is rigged like that. Like, a lot of people don't put their producers on. So this is just for those producers out there trying to make a buzz. We hear you, we see you, man. Shout out to you guys. We got Kimme lurking in the background. But yeah, enjoy the show. Let's get into our first track. This is Stank by RX.
Know some young niggas like to sway. Know some young niggas like to sway. Big bang, take a little bang. Every day spilling on drain. She want the whole crew, shorty brave. When the money talks, what is there to say? Blow away, watch it blow away. When I die, I can't take it to the grave. How about drop top, fuck your talking, I need it right now.
Yo, we are BACK. That was RXS. Yeah. Very good friend of mine as well. Not like I'm trying to put my friends on like that. Wink, wink. But yeah, man. That is a producer who's literally producing the hell. As you can hear out of music right now. Like you heard that. That was fire, dog. That was Young Niggers Liked Her. And the first one was called Stank. So he sampled, not even sampled. I think he got an audio pack of that song. I think it's Swang by Rashum Shummer. Yeah, so you heard Sway Lee, right? Yeah, Rashum Shummer. Yeah, and like we were just talking now the one day about how like low key Sway Lee is like slept on, not slept on. Like we don't listen to his music like that, but like man has that ear for music. Like for those people who don't like trap. He literally is someone to look out for. For real. He actually co-wrote Formation by Beyonce. So guys, stop sleeping.
He's got hot sauce in his bag.
His bag, guys. Swag. But yeah, I'm gonna play some more beats as the show keeps going. Look out for SXMBARASHE. Look out for Season 98. Look out for Big Les. Those are those are the guys holding it down. Those are, I'd like to say my boys, but I don't even know all of them like that. But yeah, man. Shout out. Listen, man.
Yeah.
Black Panther's coming out.
It is.
I think it's 2 weeks from now.
Hype on hype.
What do you think of Black Panther? Are you excited?
Well, I mean, I would like to say I'm excited only because I feel like, okay, if I can paraphrase what people on my Facebook and my Instagram and my Twitter are saying, one I'm quoting now is that Thokozani Nzima said, finally, a black movie that has nothing to do with drugs, alcohol, abuse, and absent fathers. Black Panther is rewriting the false Western narrative of Africa and Africans. So for me, it's kind of like a win in that sense, apart from it being, a huge blockbuster of a movie. So I'd say
That's where I have my beef.
Why?
Man, I go to film school, man. I go to film school.
Nah, me.
A blockbuster, I think, if anything, is like mainstream in that, I guess, it sort of, for me, not defeats the purpose, but it sort of clashes in my head when I start to feel like we're low-key being put into some kind of trap for money. Because we're hyped for, look, Black Panthers, the hype is beautiful, especially for SA. Like we have John Kani there and his son, I think Atandwa, yeah, he's also there, and they speaking Xhosa.
Amen.
Yeah, but if you just look at the history of things, I mean, this is the first black superhero that everyone is sort of crazy about. And if you look at the history of like Marvel comics, Black Panther is one of the only superheroes. Don't get me wrong, I'm saying one of the only superheroes who's from a place that does not exist in the real world. And I guess those chats were had years back. There was a debate about it where it was like, ultimately, like, it's messed up that the only portrayal of Africa is of an Africa that doesn't even exist. So that's my chat. My chat is, I feel like they're using it as like, black, Black Panther,
awesome,
black is beautiful.
Finally.
But like, man. Yo, I don't know, man.
It's deeper than that.
It's just, at the same time, though, I cannot take away the fact that it is supposedly going to be one of the greatest films for the black culture. Yeah. Especially in the day and time that we live in. Like, shout out to the fact that it's an all-black cast.
That's big.
And it's directed by a black director. And again, they gave African cosigns. The soundtrack... produced by TDE and Kendrick specifically, is also going to be fire, which is also another chat that we should have.
Yeah.
Did you see who's on that soundtrack?
I didn't.
Saudi?
Yeah.
Sjava and Babes Wodumo.
Hey, babe. I
said Babes Wodumo last time.
Yeah.
They're going to ganda it out.
Hey,
but the saddest thing happened. There's a future there with the Reason.
Right.
and everyone's like, oh my gosh,
Reason's
also there. And like he had to like tweet on Thursday.
Yeah.
He had to tweet on Thursday. He was like, yo, it saddens me to basically I'm paraphrasing, but he was basically saying like, yo, it hurts him to say that, you know, that's not him. There's another reason out there. So hey,
they can have two reasons on the thing.
I mean, it's not even about having two reasons. It's just
why
that,
didn't they put him on?
Dog, I don't know if they know reason like that, but that's another chat. I'm just saying.
But they know babes like that. I'm just saying.
No, I hear you, but I mean,
Like,
ultimately they put on
talks,
the other
guys.
reason that we clearly don't know in SA, and it's sort of messed up because like he's reason, yeah, you know what I'm saying,
Like screw.
I don't know how you feeling about that or what.
I don't know, because the thing is, okay, the only reason why I feel okay, I know I'm going to get a lot of flank maybe because Babes doesn't sing, she talks. So no shots fired at her, but like if Babes can be on a track, like I'm not negating the fact that she works hard, she does.
Yeah.
Immaculate dancer.
But I think the point
performer.
you're making is that if Babes is on, why can't we put on Reason?
Come on, even if Reason is not where.
But if Babes was on, then why aren't we putting on AKA? Why aren't we putting on Casper? Which is why I'm saying like.
Actually.
Why I'm saying like, okay, the Reason talk on its own, he didn't get picked like most of other artists didn't.
Yeah.
But I find it kind of sad that he's going through that. Like,
yeah.
Shout out to like being original with your name. But I guess, dude,
Hey, dog.
for the longest time, imagine like for the longest time, no one's giving you problems like that. I don't even know if we knew there was a reason like that.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't.
it's a tricky chat.
It really is.
And I guess.
Oh, but shout out to Reason. Shout out to Reason. We still love you, man. It's all
But to
good.
Jono I'm a top 7.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I think it's really, really messed up though.
It is, but you know
Especially
what?
with the hype around Black Panther. Like, do you know what's coming? The movie just dropped internationally, like worldwide.
Yeah.
It's not even out in SA like that. It's gonna drop here, I think, on the 16th.
Oh, okay.
And then it's gonna drop like that on the 16th.
Right.
And then I guess after that there's going to be that hype around Black Panther.
Around the actors.
Yeah. So he's gonna have to go through knowing the L he took, especially when the the album drops.
Yeah.
And his name is still there. It's gonna be hectic, dog.
Yeah. Hopefully that American Reason doesn't sound anything like our Reason. Because
I was hoping you didn't say doesn't flop, because if he does flop, then it's great.
It's great
for us, but not
I
for...
mean, but if he's on a whole Black
but
Panther, guys, well, I don't think he'd be
he's
the
gonna
floppish
flop. But
type.
Babes is there, and you're not too strong about Babes.
I'm not Blabes.
Blabes.
Well,
I mean, shout out to Babes.
No, she's a hard worker, I'm not gonna lie. But if a Babes is there, then Casper should be there, then Ricky Rick should be there. You know, okay.
But then it's an album full of SA niggas.
Okay,
of
true.
Black Panther.
Okay, at least Lyra, because she's, you know. No, but the reason why I'm saying that is
because you're talking as a fan.
No,
dog.
not even. No, but I'm saying it out of like, okay, fine. If we're not doing SA hip hop, if we're doing now singers abroad, like across South Africa, there's Lyra. There is Amanda Black. There's Shakana. Why aren't they getting put on to come and now sing some power fire things?
Power fire things. For the black people.
No, for real.
I hear your chat.
You know?
So you're saying out of all the people they could have picked,
like
they went and picked
it was
Babes.
a random like Java. Like, okay, cool. I dig that. Like, we all know. But let's get some velvet voices, you know?
I definitely hear your chat.
Let's get the real ones.
Look, man, let's go into some more of these beats.
Yes.
Guys, tell us what you think. I'm at Tele Onka. This is at
At Awande.
Do Bizzles.
Don't
So
say
please
Bizzles.
check-
That's not my handle, guys.
Please check us out there. Tell us what you think of this whole Black Panther.
Black check.
Black China. Okay, but Black Panther talk.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm about to play you some SXMBARASHE, also a producer from Mafi Gang. This is a beat he did with Season 98, which we'll play immediately after. It's called Surikku. Yeah, these niggas brought the
guys
China
also,
dog.
hey.
But anyway, let's get into it.
Season beats up against motherfucker.
Too much.
That's SXMBARASHE, dog.
SXMBARASHE
and season 98. The first track I jammed was a beat they did together.
Hey.
The second one was a season 98 beat. And this last one was called Lost, and it's just by SXMBARASHE.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm the only one hearing it, but these producers are coming out with that 808 heavy fire from, I don't even... Hey man, these guys are just, man, they crazy, man.
They're doing the things.
They are crazy. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to SXMBARASHE. Shout out to RXS.
Yeah.
Shout out to season 98. You guys are holding it down.
For real.
The other day I was chilling with my mates, and you walked in. Eventually.
Hey.
And we had like we had like delved into this conversation.
Deep.
I mean, it sounds like I'm gonna sound like I chill with some really intellectual people,
But he does.
I really do. But like it got like really, really intense because I think we came to a realization that patriarchy sort of slept on, even in it being brought to light recently with the whole men are trash hashtag and everything. And it's simple, dog. If we take hip hop, for example.
Yeah.
Do you think it's fair to say that hip hop is our generation's interpretation of the KKK in patriarchy? Oh, I don't know if I put that right. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say the KKK represents what it represents for racism and slavery back in the day.
All right.
Would you say hip hop as a culture is sort of the same
as
the KKK, but for patriarchy?
So it's like the poster child for patriarchy.
Yeah, not the poster child, but like
it's
the one thing we sleep on that is low key messed up for females especially. So
it perpetuates the culture of patriarchy.
So I know a lot of like hip hop heads. I'm a hip hop head as well. You know, I got some bars here and there. So I know it sounds pretty wild when you're like, oh, KKK and whatnot. But like, listen, Linda. The point or the question out there is, literally, do we not see that like some of these things happening in hip hop and being said in hip hop songs and rap songs and like contribute the most
to the idea of patriarchy?
Yeah.
Yes, I do agree.
Yeah, because
most definitely.
I remember one of the things said was like, yo dog, like you realize the word bitch is like the word nigga in the spectrum of things. And we can't even sleep on, like, it's so hard to put racism with patriarchy because of its connotations.
Yeah.
But like, which came first?
Patriarchy. Patriarchy.
And it's like,
I feel like patriarchy came first.
Yeah, and it's like, yo man, I think it's beyond guys stop treating your girls like trash, those who do.
Yes.
But it's also more like, yo dog, you realize that we're living in a society that sort of
kind of loves it, you know.
Yeah, we neglect the fact that that's what we're doing. So if like women are the black people of patriarchy,
this analogy.
Yeah, if women are the black people of patriarchy, then what the hell are we doing with our lives?
Yo. Okay.
You see this? Because we can't sleep on that. We can't sleep on the fact that even in culture, as wild as this may sound, women weren't
really
the
leaders.
They were taken for as like cack, bruh.
True.
You know, cack.
Like macaques. Macaques grew.
Yeah, like,
macaques.
Yeah, you know. I don't know, man. It's, you know, like, even talking about this, the way I'm talking about it sounds scary. But, like, I don't know. What do you honestly think?
What about the topic of patriarchy?
Yeah.
In hip-hop culture specifically?
I mean, the whole chat. Like,
the whole chat's about patriarchy. I
mean, the point here is, do you feel that we're living in, like, a world that sleeps on the effects of patriarchy?
I think so. But the thing is, there's so many struggles going on, so it's kind of like, do we have enough time to focus on the fact that patriarchy is like the most dominant one? I don't know.
Most dominant one?
It's not, because there's racism.
But that's my thing. Like if we're talking ethics,
yeah,
and we put our egos aside,
yeah,
and everything,
yeah.
Right now, we have a lot of victories and a lot of things that we need to overcome with the racism talk.
Yes.
When I say victories, I mean the fact that our economy in our country, in South Africa already, is all black. I mean, our government is majority black. You know, we've had a black president since Mandela pulled out. Mugabe has been holding it down. I'm basically saying that Africa is in a time and place where we're not like under heavy colonism or I don't know. What's it? I said it. I think I said
colonialism.
Colonialism.
No. That's
English. But you get what I'm saying. And then we sort of overcome that part, regardless of the fact that racism still exists in this day and age, as like heavy. Brutally as it does.
Heavy.
But what victories can we talk about in the scheme of patriarchy? Especially considering that it's been around
for that long.
Even before
the Bible was written.
Colonization and colonization and like all these things.
Okay, the victories, as in women getting equal rights, or like patriarchy winning.
I mean, that is a fair point. You know, we are living in a time where women do have equal rights, which is a victory in its own in the patriarchy scheme of things.
Yes.
But let's compare. Because you mentioned different struggles. Let's compare with all these struggles we have. For one that's been around the longest, do you think we have enough victories for us to treat it the way we're treating it?
No, we don't have enough victories at all. Like patriarchy in terms of like the workplace, not enough victories.
And I mean, just
patriarchy just in the home, like just family setup. That's another chat. And then back to music. Oh,
not even music, dog.
Objectification of
socially,
women.
Dog.
Like socially, how?
Objectification of women. Like,
women. Catcalls, all that.
I can get a call from a nigga right now. We can like have a whole convo.
About patriarchy.
Not about patriarchy, but like about that girl. Like, oh yeah, remember that girl who, you know?
Oh.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know, man.
It's a deep chat. And then I don't know if we take patriarchy to now women's rights and women like you know the whole chat about how gay people are being raped and then killed, and how lesbians are being raped and killed, and people are being raped straight
and killed.
Raped straight and then killed and
killed.
That's another chat on its own.
And how many cases are there of like a nigga being raped?
Like zero. Okay, not zero, because male rape exists, but I
mean low-key in brackets, I just want to put it out there that, you know, the world does sleep on male insecurities, but validly.
Yes.
Because patriarchy, guys.
So patriarchy isn't even working for men, low-key.
I mean, I don't want to say that. I think even that statement comes from a place where, like, I'm still a privileged man who still feels that, you know, I still have my own things that I'm battling with. But that doesn't, like, account for all the cuck that women go through.
Being a single mom.
You know, there's just so much,
like just being a female that time of the month, all of that jazz.
Hey, bro.
And we still don't get certain jobs because we have
I mentioned that in the debate. I was like, yo, bro, you realize that when I went and I did business studies, I did business studies in high school, and you know, I went to a Cambridge school, but yeah. Like, I think it's trippy because when I was in a class, in a business studies class, and we were doing like a case study, one of the points that one of my teachers back in the day had made was that, you know, ultimately you'd rather employ in business. You'd rather employ a man because
he doesn't get pregnant.
Yeah, he doesn't go through maternity issues that will sort of cost the company, you know, the fee of having someone temporarily around and stuff like that. So even that, like, it's wild that inherently we have the same mindset that, like, of privilege as men,
but then,
as white people do when we talk about white privilege.
Hey, this parallel chat also.
It's scary. It's scary. I'm scared to say it, but
yeah,
like I said, ego aside, it's something I'm saying as myself that I'm also admitting to, because I'd rather complain, if anything, I'd rather complain about racism than ever complain about half the cuck my mom goes through.
I get you. No, I hear you. But then, in the scheme of patriarchy, do you think that, okay, well, taking the concept of certain women or women in general not getting jobs because, you know, maternity and whatnot, do you think that that's the reason why we don't, in South Africa, we haven't yet had a female president? Do you think it's because having a female lead is like, oh, like, what is that?
That's another genuine chat, dog.
Will she during that time of the month start breaking the country and then build it back again? Like
I mean,
why?
inherently, but I mean, if you look at the, as a South African, if you look at the two biggest moments where we could have had a female president in South Africa and worldwide, in America with Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
One of the most, I think, one of the points raised against your Hillary Clintons and your Nkosazana Zuma, you know what I'm saying, is that they had ties with former presidents.
Oh.
So,
but then that links back to why aren't there enough women in government?
No. The point I'm making here is that, you know, that's the one of the topics or debatable things that come out is that, you know, the only time we've had nominations or, you know,
is when it's linked to
like a former president. But at the same time, I guess it's also just tricky because even still, why would a woman have to be attached to some sort of former president to be in that sort of power?
Yeah, no, I get you.
You know, I feel like if you look at our parliament and our government, Tulima Donsela is someone I think everyone would vote
definitely
as president, but
definitely
she's not even given a time and space
to do that,
to be running for presidency.
But why is that? Because, okay, from my view, I feel like everybody knows that women are very capable. Like, just in general, we are capable. Have a baby, go work. Or whilst we're pregnant, we're still cleaning the house. For those who are married, or your own house, and you raise a single child, and you must stress about your kid, and women do a lot. And if we are acknowledged as being capable, for the instances that we are given the credits, why is it then such a huge task for us to run a country? Why is it like that's never been done before? You know, like,
it's a tricky chat, and
like,
it's things like that I think that make a point where, I mean, you can't compare racism and patriarchy. Yeah, you can't, because they're two different sides of the world.
Yes.
Simply because, you know, racism includes women who treat you know, everyone of another race like cuck. But ultimately it also, I think the fact that we can say what we're saying about a female running for president also makes it a valid point to say that we've slept on
it for a long time,
on patriarchy. And then we go to hip hop. And we go to hip hop, and your favorite rapper says the word bitch just like a white person shouldn't be saying
the word nigger. And that time
I just said bitch, you know. It's that normal. I feel like if a girl calls another girl bitch, it's like me calling my nigga, yo, what's up, my nigga? You know, because it has the same sort of ramifications. Bitch, slut, hoe, all of them. They have the same sort of ramifications in the scheme of patriarchy as nigga and kafir. But you know what I'm saying? Hashtag, you know, if you're 16, don't be listening to my show like that. I'm just saying, man.
This is for the big kids.
But yeah, you catch my drift though. Like, and to say that a genre like hip hop
is so loved.
No, like to say that, you know, you can't say that about hip hop because I love hip hop. I love hip hop too.
That's what I'm saying.
Proves the point that we're sleeping on patriarchy, because you don't even realize how deep it is. Look, I'm speaking from a very, very subjective point of view as well.
But it's a necessary.
There's a lot of good that's come out of the hip hop culture.
Yes.
Frank Ocean came out, and that was also like a win just for the
yeah.
LGBTQIA.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the A's. Society. And you know, I'm not saying that like hip hop is completely negative in whatever
light.
it is, but I think in the light of patriarchy, a few things need to change.
Yes, like for a hip hop song to be a hip hop song, you don't need to have such words.
And it's just become the most popular genre.
Yep.
Worldwide. So what does that say for patriarchy?
Is that it won again? Like it wins all the time.
Yeah.
Hectic.
Guys, please tell us what you think, man. Look,
like,
hit us
for real.
up, please, man. This is like genuine chats.
Like we need more views.
I'm gonna go into one of
all
my
you feminists
favorite,
calling you out.
favorite producers right now.
Hey.
Big Les. You know, every time I talk about this guy, I go crazy because he's low key. So he was the original she. He was supposed to be on this show, but he's too big.
He's too
because he's Big Les for real.
I mean,
so we're gonna go into one of these or some of these beats. As he's one of the prominent up and coming producers in South Africa.
Right.
I'm gonna play one beat of his.
He's doing the things.
I mean, look there. It's
the
title of the beat is a bunch of random Chinese characters.
Whether it's Chinese, Asian, Japanese, we don't know.
Yeah. So that's the beat. This is by Big Les for real. And then I'm gonna play OPUS by Big Les as well. If you can tell me what track OPUS is after the show, I will send the first person to send me what track that is. Because someone actually jumped on OPUS and it's like a very, very big song. I'll give you a hint. It's a song with Ginger Trill. If you can give me the name of the song of the beat that plays after this next one, I will send you 2 gigs of data.
Yo! Guys!
Holla at your boy!
Holla!
I will holla. You know what I'm saying?
Guys, 2 gigs.
But for now, man, let's go into it. This is Big Les with
whatever it is. Hey? Yeah? Alright. Okay.
Yes, man. That's it. Hey, get no, try to get my leg to know that evils with the vapors. Hey, that's for calling my neighbors. Hey, turning on my click. Turning on my click. Hey, I get the blessings from my queen. Come up with. Hey, Onofefe. Hey, dog. That was big Liz, man.
For real.
Fire, flame emojis.
Too much.
Look, I wasn't talking about the last beat. The last beat was Thixo Onofefe by Nati. I'm talking about the one just before that. If you can name me that beat or that track and who it's by. 2 gigs.
2 gigs, guys.
2 gigs. Any network.
That's a lot.
Go to Kerubech, Antoine. It's true.
That's bad, guys. That's bad. Let's go.
Yeah. Chance the Rapper's coming.
Chance the Rapper.
Did you see that? You saw the picture? Hey, bad and bougie. My nigga. Them vibes. Everybody getting ready for that church.
Amen.
It says ready, man.
Amen.
You think you're gonna get your ticket?
Hey, we gotta run.
You
They went
gotta
on sale
run.
on Thursday. If you haven't started, shame, guys. Wow. Do you understand how many South Africans are already? They already have a golden circle, VIP, VIP. Guys, wow.
Hey, man. Shout out to Chance, man. We're getting a lot of recognition this side, man. Last year
Shout out to South Africa.
We had Niggrs. I went to go catch Masego. I went to go catch Tom Mishk.
Hey.
I went to go catch Mick Jenkins.
Hey.
And who else came last year? Anderson Paak.
Solange
did like a flop, but
hey,
it's okay. We forgive you.
She was like, I ain't coming.
Yeah. But yeah, man, like we're popping this side, man. So shout out to them. Listen, we've come to like an abrupt end of the show. I'm gonna play you 3 more beats.
Hey.
One of them is another one by Monte Booker, who I played first. If you didn't know, it's called Silver. And then I'm going to go over to the house side of life.
Yes.
And play Legae. Actually, before I play Legae, I'm gonna play Legae.
Yeah.
By Waronure. Waronure. We see you, man. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for everyone who submitted beats for this episode, because I did keep it on the down low that I am looking for like a couple of producers to drop some fire, because we're tired of these niggas playing, y'all. And it's a serious chat. It's a very serious chat, guys.
Producers must rise.
We get that you're grinding, you want to be a musician, but please don't sleep on the amount of work put into your beats, because then you might even question how talented you actually are.
Yes. Producers can make you look amazing
or
not.
I mean, for those of y'all who feel like a lot of people are calling you whack for no reason, I'm going to be blunt and say, ask yourself who puts in more effort in your music, your producer or you? Who's putting in the most work
unless
your
you
stuff?
co-produce.
Yeah, I mean, you can co-produce, you can make your own beats, or if you're paying the dues that need to be paid to these guys, then it's fine. Then it's all yours. You own it regardless. You know what I'm saying? But don't be going around here talking about your talent if you can't even pay your producer nice cash, or you can't even push with your producer.
Yeah, man, put him on.
Cause I mean, dude, how messed up is it? If these guys, they drop tracks, bruh. They drop tracks, they drop tapes. Fire. Please download, please support. But no one ever talks about who made their beats.
Ever. Like,
no one.
Never hear that.
You know
so
what I'm saying?
How are we supposed to get producers?
I mean, at the least, guys, please give
put them on.
Producers their credit.
Dude.
This is Silver by Monte Booker. Shout out my mama. I like that, my dad. Everybody who listening, say your shout out.
Shout out to my friend. Everybody who knows me. I love you guys. She loves you. She loves you.